Hey, what's up? I just want to give you a short, brief history of who I am and what my purpose is. Well, I was born in Worcester, Ohio, and I graduated high school there and grew up. And I joined the Air Force. I became a carpenter in the Air Force. I have a strong carpenter background, and I worked in there for 10 years. Got E5, 4 stripes, and while I was in the Air Force, I studied real estate and small businesses. I did accounting and stuff like that while I was in the Air Force. I didn't like, taking orders and stuff like that. I was never very good at, when I followed them, I did what they told me to do, but I always wanted to be my own boss. So I got out of the Air Force and moved to North Carolina, started into the real estate business where I started buying houses and fixing them up, holding on to them, renting them out. I was a landlord, then I'd sell a few. Then I got involved with partnership, another real estate broker. I had my broker's license by that time also, North Carolina. But I didn't do too much selling. I was more into the real estate management part of it, and we were also into building and construction. We put in a street and put in some apartment complexes, built some convenience stores, of which I got into that even a little bit, and did that for about 10 years. And the banks started doing their little thing. Well, our bank closed, and what happened was mine got caught up in a receivership, and I had to go bankrupt because they wanted my 30-year loans on a 10-year term. And there wasn't anything I could do about it. Nobody else wanted to finance anything. I had high enough appraisals, but the bank wanted to do their own appraisals, so it just kind of effectively just put me out of business. So I sat there a little while, and about 2 years, I decided I was going to get into trucking. I always wanted to travel, and got into that. Started with Covenant Transport, and then I was doing that for about 6 months, and I got promoted to a trainer. So I was out on the road with complete newbies, teaching them how to drive truck for, I'd take them out for about a month, and I'd be, you have to sleep sometimes, so you'd have to kind of trust them while they drove. And it was kind of scary at first, but at the point, I was doing that. And then I said, well, I just want to be my own boss, because that's what I really want, that's what I really want to do. So I bought my own truck and got my own trailer, and started out working for another company there in Tennessee. And my daughter wanted to come on with me. So I put her through training in a trucking school, like what I had to do, but there was the same one, isothermal or something like that. She went through that and got out, and the carrier that I was hooked up with said, no, we're not doing that. They have to have at least 2 years experience. I go, I just paid a couple $1,000s for her to learn how to drive truck, and now, and I was going to train her, but no, we're not going to do that. So I went out and I got my own authority, and that meant I became a carrier myself. So she got on the truck with me, and we just did loads for brokers. I'd find loads on load boards in the truck there with my computer, and we'd be all over the place, all over the country. We'd pick up loads in California and take them all the way to Massachusetts, and then pick something up in Massachusetts, take it down to Texas. So I was always finding different loads from different broker boards. And then it happened one time that she was driving at 4 o'clock in the morning, and somebody was racing, drunk driving there on the freeway, hit a couple of cars in front of us, and car parts were just scattered all over the place. She hits the brakes, and I think I got hit by a battery and a tire just crunched up everything. One of the cars went up and hit the median, and it came back up and went underneath the trailer. And we drug it, and we stopped, and nobody was killed. But the insurance company of the person that actually was the fault, they didn't have enough money to pay all the damages. So my insurance company had to pay for it. They in turn dropped my insurance. I tried to get new insurance. They wanted 3 times, 4 times more than what I was paying before. It wasn't even my fault. So I just, we went ahead and got the truck fixed. I hired on with another carrier for a while there because I couldn't afford the insurance, and that worked out all right. But then the truck was giving me problems, and they told me that the truck needed to have an engine rebuilt, and it only had like 400,000 miles on it. So what are you supposed to do? You're going to go lay out another 15 grand to have an engine rebuilt, and I was still making payments on that newer truck that I bought. So I just said, that's it. I just hung up the keys, and said, you can have the truck back. And about 4 months later, they came and got the truck, and I sold the trailer because I had that paid off. And he sat there for about, I didn't just sit there, I said, I'm just going to get into online marketing. I'm going to be a digital marketer. And that's what I put my mind to doing, and that's what I've pretty much became. It's been, a year and a half worth of studying, learning how to do different things on the computer, and I love it. I actually do. I think it's great. It's exciting, and that's what I want for, but you can take in all this knowledge, you can take it in. And I was noticing, there's somebody says you take in knowledge, but if you don't actually help other people do anything to help them succeed, then you kind of like become a dead sea, what they call the dead sea. A dead sea would be something that, you have all this stuff and this knowledge inside of you, but there's no, you're not helping other people to succeed. And when you help other people succeed, you get this good inner feeling about, who you are, what your purpose is in life, and what you do. They have a thing called the butterfly effect. I was reading something about in the 1 minute millionaire. And they call it the butterfly effect. You're going from point A to point B with your goals. You start from zero, you're working towards your goals. Well, just like a butterfly fluttering its wings, and the people on the side of you, or whatever is beside you, when you're flapping your wings, it affects things. And what it's affecting is the people that are beside you, and as you're moving across in one straight line to your point A to point B, you're helping other people on each side of you get to their location, because they all have goals too. You want to be able to succeed in online marketing. Well, I think it's my place to help you do that. What I've done is I've taken what I've learned in the 4% and the 4% Success Challenge. I'm going to put it on the boards in my blogs, and I'm going to stand there. I'm going to do video trainings of just the highlights of what I've learned so far in the 4%. Get away from the 9 to 5 and actually start your own business. You can still work your 9 to 5 or whatever and do this part-time, and then eventually you can fire your boss. That's the whole purpose of it. Don't be afraid to step out there and do it. I've always done that myself. I'll step out there and became a real estate broker. I stepped out there and started, construction work and hiring subcontractors to put up buildings and stuff. I stepped out there and learned how to drive truck and teach others how to do it. You can do the same thing. It gives you a great feeling of helping other people. So I just want to let you know that in this short video of who I am, and what my main purpose of all this is. And then you can follow along with me. Join the challenge. It's very structured. What I'm going to do is give an overview of it. You can learn from me, yes, but if you go get the structured training that you need to get, the mindset, the whole works that goes along with it, then you too can be a digital entrepreneur, a digital marketer. And it's very rewarding. So I'll leave you that with this today, and I'll see you on my next email.